Hey guys! So, welcome to season 1, episode 4. And we're just kind of having a go over, I guess, of the video or the videos that I did for the week. We'll do that in a bit. I do want to go over and show you my painting from last week. So I will get that, where I did my cloud effect tutorial. And this one, you guys can see that? Can you see it pretty good? Okay. This is the one I ended up doing a triple ring pour. And I got crazy clouds. You can see it just went nuts. And then even after my live stream was over, this area right here got crazy, and even in these the bluer area. So it kind of smushed the gold because the gold was a little bit wider, but that kind of got all pushed up there because these clouds went nuts. So hopefully you guys have used my cloud effect mix. I'd love to know if it's worked for you, if you guys have had good results with it. Let me see who's on. Hi Roxy. Hi Mark. Hi Karen. All right, and I don't know if you guys, anybody have any questions about the cloud effect from last week. I know it's one of those things that it's a little, trial and error. It took me a minute to get the right consistency, or the right, right consistency, the right recipe, experimenting quite a few times. And I don't always mix it exactly either. Sometimes it seems that I get crazier clouds, and I've done a couple paintings where the cloud effect kind of didn't work. That's kind of only happened like once or twice, but I mean, it does happen. But I'm pretty happy with the mix that I've come up with. So, hi Patricia. Hello Ginny Starazinich. It's nice that you could join me, sister. Hi Annette. Hi Raymonda. All right, no questions about the cloud effect, so I am going to move on to the videos that I did during the week. This week, I did my new kind of technique for me. I have not seen it out there. It was sort of, I was just kind of messing around with this little canvas, because if you've watched my videos, you kind of know that I love these little canvas. I love them. If I have just a little bit of paint left over in my cup, I do these because they look great on an easel. They're just so cute. Anyway, I got these cool designs on here, and so I did that. I got good results, and then I tried it with this one, and this one I love. And so my husband named it. He's the one that came up with bi-directional pour. So I guess because of the way that I poured the paint on, and I got really cool results with this one. And where's the wine? Well, I will get to that in a second, Mark. I've got a new one today, so I'll get to that as soon as I get. I'm going to show you the fire. My fire bi-directional. This one, actually, I had done, before I did this one, I was doing one, and it just didn't turn out very well. And so I scraped it. I scraped the canvas, and I ended up deciding I switched colors completely, because I had like turquoise, and I forget what other colors I had, purple, and not purple, magenta or something. And I ended up going with the red, orange, and yellow. And the red that I use in here is Alizarin Crimson from Soho. It is gorgeous red. So it's one of the ones I really like to use. So anyway, then I did this one, and I was super happy because it just looks beautiful. This looks like it just looks really smoky up in here, and then like there's flames. So I really am super happy with my results for my bi-directional. I did one yesterday on a bigger canvas because I had gotten a comment about, you know, because these are smaller. They're 12 by 16 or 11 by 14, I think. 11 by 14. So I did one yesterday on a 16 by 20, and it's amazing. So that video hopefully will be coming out soon. I've kind of got, you know, a couple weeks of videos already ready, but I told my husband yesterday that it's so beautiful that I may have to have him do a rush editing job for that one because it's so pretty. So, all right, I'm going to see what's going on here. Hi, Carla. Hi, Linda. Karen, I hope your mom is doing well. And kids. And the kids. Can't forget the kids. Linda's from Wisconsin. How's the weather there? It's got to be getting kind of yikes. My sister lives in Ohio, and I know she said it's been rainy, so it's been beautiful here. I hate to brag. I got sunburnt yesterday going on a hike, so it was really a little too hot, actually. But anyway, we're out of the rainy season, thankfully. So now it's the cool. Today was a beautiful, cool day, and that's the reason people move to Florida is for the fall weather, not necessarily the hot summers, which I do really like. But anyway, so I will get to the wine because Mark asked about the wine. So my husband and my wedding anniversary was Friday. So he took me out to dinner, or we went out to dinner, I guess. And we went to Cooper's Hawk Winery. And I told him as we were leaving that I really feel like we're officially adults because we joined the wine club. So we get 2 bottles of wine a month. And the one that I picked out, because I like a sweet wine, it's Cooper's Hawk. It's called Sweet Red. And it honestly tastes like Welch's grape juice. It is amazing. If you like a sweet wine, this is delicious. My husband likes a more dry, like a heavy German wine. And now he got a Tuscan or something, I think it was called. But I thought it was perfect since I drink wine on Sundays that I could, you know, join a wine club. So that's fun. Let's see. Hi from Connecticut. Hi, Sarah. Undead Creed. Thanks for joining. Nancy from the West Coast. Melissa, Rachel, Georgia. Crystal's acrylic art from New Mexico. Let's see. Oh, Karen, yep, you're in Toledo. That's right. I used to live not too far, Point Place. My husband and I lived. So, Linda, oh my gosh, Linda, 4 inches of snow. Yikesy. Oh, happy anniversary. Thank you. All right. Oh, there's a message held for review. And Brenda. Linda, yep, Brenda. All right. Okay, guys, so anybody have any questions about the bi-directional? Like I said, it was kind of happened, and I hadn't really seen anybody, you know, doing anything like that. But there's so many artists out there that you can't necessarily watch every single, well, you just can't watch every single video. But the videos that I had seen, I haven't really seen anybody doing it quite like that. So that's why my husband said to call it the bi-directional. So he named it. All right, so Kentucky. Brenda's from Kentucky. And we got somebody from Texas. Martian Planet Art. That's cool. Oh, that's right, Karen. You're from Boston now. That's all right. It's It's probably cold there too. Ugh. Oh, all right. So today I am going to be using a few of the same colors that I used in this painting. But I'm going to be adding purple. I haven't used purple in a while, and it's one of my favorite colors, so I thought I would try it. So the purple that I'm using is actually going to be a mix of two. I use the Liquitex Basics Dioxazine Purple, and then I mix it half and half with the Fine Touch Violet. Because one is, like, this is a little bit brighter, the violet, and then the Dioxazine Purple is a little bit darker. So I like the combination of the two. It's a really pretty purple. And then I was at Michael's the other day, and they had a bunch of paints on clearance. Now, I don't need paints, for gosh sakes. I have paints. I have quite a bit of paint. But, I mean, I do like buying new, trying new brands and stuff like that. But as far as it was Art Minds, they had a bunch on sale. And this one is called Frosted Bubbly. And it is just, I don't know if you can really see that. It is gorgeous. It's just a soft, shimmery, it's a metallic paint. It's really pretty. So I thought that would go nice with the purple. And then, of course, I've got my Fulgart White Pearl that I love, love, love using. And then I've got, where is it? Here it is. From Liquitex Basics, it's the Iridescent Graphite. I'm really, really liking the effects that I'm getting with the iridescent graphite. I told you I did a painting last night, a bigger bi-directional. And, actually, no, I used Payne's Gray in that one. My bad. What did I do today? I used this in something. Anyway, I love it. I love it because it's a, oh, that's right. Oh, I did an experiment pour today with my cloud effect in my bi-directional. That's what I used it in. So it's really wet right now, so you can't really see it yet. Probably next week I'll show that one to you. But I like this because it's dark, but it doesn't take over like a regular black, like a Mars black, or it's more opaque. So really blends nicely with the other colors without taking over too much. So I like that one. All right, let's see. Brenda, love the bi-directional. Thank you. Martian Planet Art, your name is Shalimar. Well, nice that you can join us, Shalimar. Inspired Caroline 24 from the UK. Thank you for joining us. And Lori from Indiana. Thank you, guys. All right, so I think we'll probably just go ahead and get started on doing the painting unless anybody has any questions regarding the bi-directional, or any questions really. Let's see, Karen. Yeah, Karen, I'm doing the I'm calling it the bi-directional pour. I'm gonna do one tonight. I did the two paintings and I showed you. Those were the videos that I had done Tuesday and Thursday. I get really, really cool results. And like I said, I did a bigger one, not a huge one, but 16 by 20. It's a nice size. It's a nice size to work with. And I got really cool results on that one too. The colors really blend nice and you just get these cool effects. And like with this one, I think because of the pearl white tends to create, the natural cells, at least for me, because it's a lighter density paint, probably the lightest density paint, or one of anyway. When I did the fire, I didn't necessarily get any cells, but really, really cool effects in that one. So if you didn't watch the videos from the week here and then, that may be why you missed it, but you'll get to see it when I do it here in a few minutes. All right. And Carla, thank you. So I think I'm just going to get my apron on Well, my husband thought it was called a smock. I had to teach him what the difference was between a smock and an apron. At least I think. I wasn't really sure myself. I think a smock is like a whole shirt that you put on, right? I'm not sure. An apron goes over your head and just ties behind your back. That's what I'm saying. So I don't really have any smocks. I have some old shirts that I wear too. But I'm putting on my apron, so we're going to go with that. All right. We went on a hike yesterday to try to get some really pretty footage outside, and it was just so hot and so humid and muggy. But we did get to see some alligators, so that's pretty cool. I always like to see the wildlife. We go to a wetlands area that's by our house, and there's all kinds of these humongous birds. They're like cranes that are humongous. And then we didn't really see any huge alligators, just some little ones, 4 or 5 feet long, just some babies. When we first moved down here, there was like, 18 foot, 16 foot? It was huge. This park that we used to go, we go to, just haven't been in a while, trails and wooded area, and it ended up passing away, and it smelled to high heaven for weeks because it just died in the water and no one came and got it. They left it there, but it was huge. Anyway, that's all probably TMI with the alligator dying, but that's what happened. So, hi Sheena. Karen, yep. Yeah, you can always go back and watch them, Karen, no biggie, but you'll get to see. I agree about apron versus smock. See? You were wrong, love. You just didn't know. That's all. All right. Get my gloves on. And I think I'll take a quick drink really quick. All right. Another glove. Barbara. Hi, Barbara. Also from Ohio. Okay, I can't sit. I don't know why I'm sitting. I can't sit when I'm doing this. All right, so I showed you my colors, and I'm just gonna get my cup, and didn't need to throw that, did I? So I've got my cup. It is, I think these are 9-ounce cups. So yeah, I get them at Publix. You know, they're paper. I try to use the paper ones, but I'm going to take off my lids of everything. Whoa. I think that's too close. Oops. All right. Here we go, guys. Had to get a few things situated. All right, so I've got my color list that I always do. I like to write them down. So you can see my colors there. I like to write them down only because if I get good results or bad, either way, I know what order. Sometimes I add another layer and then I kind of have to go back and watch and see what I did. But if it turns out bad, then I know what order I can change it. If it turns out good, then I got the order still. And then I know, not that it means anything, because next time you do it, it might not turn out the same way anyway. So, but I still like to keep them. All right, so like I said, I got my cup, and I'm going to start with the white pearl in the bottom. Okay. And then my purple. It's such a pretty purple. At least I think. I love purple. It's one of my favorite colors. I don't use it as much. I guess I go through spurts. All right, now this pretty frosted bubbly. It's such a soft, pretty metallic color. I hope that it goes nice in here. It looks like it will. As I'm pouring it, it seems like it's a little thick, but hopefully not. All right, we'll put some graphite in there. Now, all of my paints are mixed with Liquitex pouring medium, Floetrol and water, which is my normal pouring medium that I use. Hold on, I gotta grab a couple napkins here, paper towels. I'll just set that there. All right, and we'll go with a little bit more white pearl. Okay. And some more purple. And a little bit more of this frosted bubbly. It actually kind of does look like a champagne color, maybe a little bit darker than champagne, but it's really soft and pretty. Let's see. Everybody sip. I have my beer. Beer's good too. Lori, drink your beer too if that's what you prefer. I like a nice cold beer also. All right, I don't really know if that is enough paint in the cup, but you know what? I'm just gonna wing it because if you've watched my videos before, you know that I like to add color around it. Anyway, I like to add the white or whatever. All right, so here we go. Fingers crossed that this works out, guys. If not, it'll be a learning experience. All that graphite's coming out right now. I'm going to go this way a bit. And now there's the purple. I think I'm going to run this up here a little bit. Get some purple in there. There we go. Okay, now I'm just going to do this. All right, I'm just going to set that down there for a sec. And let's see. Tracie, is that gloss? Liquitex medium. It is Liquitex pouring medium. I mix that with Floetrol and water for my pouring medium that I use. Apron. Football and beer. We're more hockey people. We do watch football, but hockey's really our sport. I mean, I was raised on it. I had a lot of family that played it, so I was at the rinks a lot when I was a kid. All right, so I am going to go ahead and put some white pearl around here. This looks really cool. I'm going to lift this up probably or zoom in a little bit more in a sec here, so you guys can see what it looks like now, because when I get to moving it, it's going to change probably. Oh, and Mark, we ended up, my husband and I, you had mentioned that one wine, the German, I forget how you even pronounce it, with a G. I tried one, and it was really, really good, so I may get that next time we go. I can't pronounce it. Do you remember that one, love? It was like it was a sweet, not quite as sweet as this one. But it was really good. So thank you for suggesting that one. I liked it quite a bit. I think that was a white wine though. I mean, that's still okay. I like a white wine too. All right, where is my torch? Whoops. I got a lot of air bubbles, and I have to tell you that this pearl white, or white pearl that I made, or I used, I just mixed it earlier, like 1 o'clock. So I'm hoping there's not a lot of air bubbles. I wasn't going to use it, and then I decided to use it. My flame's a little low. There we go. And so I ended up deciding to use it. So hopefully there's not a lot of air bubbles, because I like to let my paints set a bit before I use them. So, all right, so here we go. Just gonna move it. Oh, wait, actually I wanna let you guys see this closer. If you can kind of see the cool effects that I get. Can they see that a little bit, love? Or was it a little out of touch? Cool. All right, so I'm gonna go this way, all the way to the end. I think I did get some cells that were popping up right there. I might lose them, or developing, I guess. I always say popping up, but they developed is what happened. Okay, I'm gonna run this back a little bit. Is my sister still there? I don't see her. Sister, are you still there? I can't tell what they can see. I lose it. Okay, I'm gonna run this one to the end. It's actually kind of cool. And I don't know, you guys, I've talked about my, these, I can't show you right now because I'm holding on to them, but the reason I want to tell you about them is because I'm holding on to them. When I'm tilting my paintings, or when you guys are tilting your paintings, these thumbtacks that I use, they're amazing. I used to use the little ones, like the normal size thumbtacks, right? And, you know, they work, but I found these huge thumbtacks, and I can hold on to them. I don't know if you can see, but I can hold on to them, and it helps me to hold on to my canvas better. I love that. So, just so you know, I do have them in my Amazon store. I have them in my links, in my description and stuff. So they're very handy, just so you know, very, very handy. Oh, and there's Hazel. If you hear barking, she probably heard a noise. All right, let me go ahead and touch this sides up real quick. I'm not sure how I feel about this one, really. It's actually got quite a bit of movement in this. I'm gonna run it just a touch. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave it, because sometimes when you get a little carried away, and I wanna move more than I need to, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that does that. It happens to the best of us because we want perfection, and a lot of times, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I do a video and I'm tilting because I've got this perspective, right? But then when I used to edit my videos, I would edit and be like, why didn't I stop there? It's a different view. So, you know, it's always hindsight, I guess. But I'm going to go over it. You can see that I did have a little air bubbles in there. Not too many, though, actually. I'm getting some cool cell action happening there, but not much. And for me, it doesn't always have to have cells. Just because I like the mixing of the paint, the swirl. I like all of it. If the cells happen naturally, that's my thing. I like the natural, you know, nothing against silicone because I have used it. But I just don't like adding it unless I'm showing you guys something, only because of the cleaning up. I mean, I know you guys have heard me probably say it before, but this is really cool actually. So I'm going to see who else is here. Let's see. Go Pens, Barbara! Yay, Barbara! We're big Pens fans. At least me. No, my husband and I both. We're actually Red Wings fans first. I was raised on the Red Wings. And so was my husband. And then years ago, I was going to drink out of the bottle. Okay, that's not good. That's funny as heck. Anyway, years ago, there was this rookie named Sidney Crosby, and started watching the Pens, really paying attention, and we've been fans ever since. So let's see. Wow, amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Sister, you're still here. Thank you. Yes, Karen, I'm telling you, these tacks, or I guess they're thumbtacks, yeah. Now mine are kind of used up. I need to get maybe some more, but they've got paint all over them. But this is how big they are. And they're like so helpful. So helpful. I love them. All right, this has actually turned out cool. I'm not sure if you guys can see the cells that are developing. And then in this area through here is where I'm getting kind of the same design that I got in the very first one that's like marshmallowy looking. But I love how it's, you know, you get this coming from this way and then swoosh right through the middle. These colors look really pretty. I love this bubbly, this frosted bubbly. Looks really nice. And I love purple. All right. Yeah, I've almost done that too, Karen. Those little thumbtacks are pretty hard to hold on to, so. Barbara lives about 40 minutes from Pittsburgh. Yeah, I've never been. I think my sister's been through Pittsburgh, but you're. Oh, Undead Creed, you are so sweet. Thank you. All right, so this turned out pretty cool. It's still got some stuff developing. I'll have to probably try to give you guys a close-up. I don't know if we've actually mastered how to do that because the camera doesn't quite go as close as I'd like it to, but you will get to see it dry next week for sure. But this is really pretty. Very pretty. It's like not one color has taken over. It's like even every color is in there evenly. It looks really nice. I like it. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit, and maybe I'll try to lift it up. Let me lift it up and get it on close up. No? Oh yeah, my husband's eyeballing me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, well, I'm just gonna let it sit there and do its thing. I'm trying to see if I see anything. This kind of looks like a fish. But everybody sees different stuff. This still has like that poppy looking, flower looking. All right, put the lids back on my paints real quick. And I always have to wipe the lids off. I don't like them messy. I try to be as clean as possible, but I do make messes a lot. When I cook dinner, I make a crazy mess, and then my husband always goes and cleans it up for me. Ugh. All right, so I'm gonna let that set, and then we can chat about it some more if you'd like. Let's see what kind of comments I got here. Gosh, that was so cleanly done. I get it everywhere. Oh, it's 12:30. We're in the UK. Caroline. Well, thank you for staying up past your bedtime a little bit to hang out and chit-chat and watch me paint. Hopefully you can make it again next week. I'm new to pouring. Barbara, let's see. I'm new to pouring and have done about 30 paintings. Never got a cell. Let's see. They look like this one. I've tried everyone and everyone's recipes with no cells. Uh-oh, Julie. Well, you made it still. At least you made it again. You didn't miss it completely. Let's see. What a nice hubby. Yeah, he is. I'm gonna keep him. Barbara. Now, when I first started, I tried, all the things that, everybody says to use cells. I don't know if did you try the silicone? I know people tried hair oil. I tried that once. It was a mess. Another thing that I had kind of good results was, Rain-X, and I like the Rain-X because it kind of evaporates. But the only thing is like some of that stuff I don't really know later on down the line what the effect that it has on the paint and the binders and all of that. I've used alcohol in mine before to get amazing lacing, and I really haven't used it in quite a while. Once I discovered paint densities, you can really get natural cells. So that would be something that I would suggest you do. And for me, the one paint that I get cells with, no matter what, sometimes they're not crazy big, sometimes they're not a lot, sometimes they are. It just kind of depends on the other paints. But I use Folk Art White Pearl. If you can see that, I get amazing results when I use this for natural cells. The cells that I got in this painting are because of the way I layered the paint densities. The white pearl is a light density, so the heavier density paint will push the lighter density up through the top, hence cells. That's how you get them naturally. So try to work on that. Just try one bottle of Folk Art. It's like $2 or something. I don't know. I buy it by the case, to be honest with you. I order it from Plaid online because when I go, which is the company that owns Folk Art, I think they own like Martha Stewart Crafts and Apple Barrel, and I don't know, there's a bunch of other paints. But when I go to Michael's, once I started using that, it's like they don't have it enough, and they never have it. It doesn't seem like they even have it anymore. Joann's every once in a while will have it, and Hobby Lobby sometimes. So for me, I order from Plaid online to get my folk art stuff, or Amazon. You can always find everything on Amazon also. So try that if you're not having any luck with the silicone, but maybe you're using too much or not enough, if that's what you're trying. I'm not sure if you've tried that. So let's see. I order a case at a time. Mark, it was really good wine. It was very good. But because we got our 2 bottles, I let my husband have a pick. And then this one, the sweet red. So next month I'll probably get the G wine. I'm going to call it the G wine because it's Gewürztraminer. There. That's probably why I should say G wine. So, he is a groovy hubby, Julie. He is, Julie, for sure. Let's see. Rachel, I have not had that happen when I use the Rain-X, but it has been quite a while since I've used it. It was one of those when I was doing all the experimenting with cells, because I think when everybody starts doing acrylic pouring, that's the whole thing. That's like the rage, is the cells. Everybody needs cells. And then once you achieve those cells, you're like, okay, been there, done that. Not that there's anything wrong with cells, because I do like them, but then you discover that you have to clean all that oil off. And sometimes no matter how hard you try, I've used cornstarch, I've used baking powder, I've used baby wipes, I've used Dawn dish soap, I've used Honest dish soap, I've used off-brand dish soap, and sometimes you just can't get the oil off. And then you go to seal it, and then it's not going to cover because the oil is still there. So for me, the next progression was finding out how to make cells naturally, or just not worry about getting cells, because you can have beautiful paintings without cells. I know it's cool, so don't get me wrong, I like them. But don't be so hard on yourself I have to get cells. If you don't get them, just continue to practice and keep trying. And if they happen, they happen. That was my way of looking at it, I suppose. Let's see. Moroccan hair stuff. Yeah, I've tried the hair stuff. Not that brand. It was too oily for me, but I know some people have had success with it. So, Yeah, paint density can be a little tricky, Karen. I know that kind of going online, I've learned a little bit, and Golden, I know they're expensive paints, but they do have a list. They list all their paints with their paint densities on their website. So it can translate over to other brands, because I know each company mixes differently, but it's still sort of close. So you can kind of go from there. Like the Folk Art White Pearl is a really, really least dense paint. So, start with that one, and then, work your way through, and you may start to see results with just using the Folk Art or the White Pearl. And like I said, check out Golden's and just print out their paint density chart, and just see, that may help you. Let's see. Plaid Online, is that the correct spelling? It's all one word, but yeah, it's Plaid Online, just like that, PLAID, and you can get all your folk art stuff there. Like I said, Martha Stewart Crafts. I don't know. They have a couple other. They're like the, what do you call it? The parent company, I guess. They own all those brands. Let's see. You did that, love, didn't you? All right, my husband put that in there. It's there. The link is right there. Let's see. You're welcome. Well, she says you're welcome. I quit thinking, or they might put me in one. Where's my sister? Did she comment? I think I missed some comments here. I can't get them all. It's so hard to keep up with all the comments sometimes. Let's see. Jenny, love your live streams. You're so informative. Thank you, sister. Oh, I wish my niece would watch. I don't know if you can see the eyeball. I'm eyeballing. She needs to watch. When I come visit, I'll just have to give her a one-on-one lesson on how to do all of this. So it'll be like happy birthday or something. Although her birthday's coming up soon, and I probably won't be there by then. So whatever, we'll see. Once this house simmers down a bit with all the chaos that's still going on, but I think we're managing. Everybody's settling down a bit, except Crazy Hazel. Every once in a while you hear bark all nuts, but whatever. Let's see. Karen, I do have some golden paints in books. I did paint with a brush before doing this. Yeah, so I'll pull out those. Yeah, I do have the golden pouring medium gloss that I bought. I've had it for a couple weeks, I think, or 2 weeks now, and I haven't gotten to it yet. So I do need to get to this and do a video. I don't have a lot of golden paints, but I'm starting to get, quite a few. I don't know, 6 or 7, 8 colors. So I do need to do a video on that, on the pouring medium. I'm curious to see how it dries. I'm sure it will dry, just as nice. Like the Liquitex is just so beautiful when it dries. It's one of those that when you start out, like I start out like everybody does, with just a Floetrol and water, and it's amazing. Like the first couple times you do it, you're like, this is so great. I love the effects and the colors and everything. And then for me, the letdown was once it dried, it looked just dull. And even when you mix the paints, the Floetrol changes the color. Now, I know people will argue with me and say that it doesn't, but it does. Not a ton, but enough. Because, let me tell you why I know this. Because when I decided to step up my game just a bit, from Floetrol and water only to adding Liquitex. I did a few with Liquitex only, and the results were, the first one I did was an oval shaped canvas, and I used like beachy colors, turquoise and a blue and like a sandy color and some white, and it was really pretty, and it dried amazing. It dried just like the true colors, and so I was hooked. But it's expensive, especially for people that paint all the time. I mean, if you're selling your paintings, as soon as you paint them and they're selling, that's great. You can afford to keep buying the Liquitex like that because the results are amazing. The finish is amazing. But I had to figure out a way to kind of incorporate both. So what happened was, getting back to the color changing, my bottles all had, about this much left. All of my bottles that I keep my paints in had a little bit of the regular color mixed with the Floetrol and water. And when I emptied them out, and then I was mixing up new with the Liquitex, and then after that my Liquitex, my pouring medium mix that I use now, you could see quite a difference. I mean, you could definitely tell what was Floetrol and water and what was Liquitex. The colors are much truer. The Floetrol is, it's white. It lightens the color a little. But, when you're starting out, you got to start somewhere. You can't start with the best of the best right off the bat. You need to, use some cheaper things and, work your way up. Now, like I said, with the Liquitex being, kind of expensive, I found a mix that works for me that I still get the amazing results and saves me a little bit of money by still being able to use the Floetrol. Now it's only like a 30%. I use more, definitely twice as much of the Liquitex, but I still get amazing results. I mean, when you look at this one, you can definitely tell that these colors, I mean, look, they're not dull. They are not dull by any means. And it feels, and I probably have said this before, but the paint is almost soft. It just feels really soft. So, I don't know, it sounds kind of weird, but that's the only word I can I can think of as soft. So anyway, that's my take on that whole thing. So let's see. Undead Creed, I'm glad you're still watching. Let's see. I don't care much for cells either. The thrill is gone. Yeah, I still do like them, Julie, when I get them naturally. So I'm kind of excited when they kind of pop up naturally because they're really random, which, I mean, cells, when you use stuff, it's random anyway. But there's usually not a ton of them, so that when they develop, it's like, oh, cool, I got some naturally. That's the thing for me, is now getting them naturally. Kind of, I get excited when I see them happening like that. So, let's see. Golden medium. Oh, right. Okay. Tried 1 drop. Okay. All right, Barbara, back to your 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops, stir and don't stir. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those things that it's just kind of like, you never know, because sometimes, like when I started, everybody was like, okay, put 1 drop of silicone in each color. Or what I had done, and I got some good results, is not putting it in the color. I put it in between the layers, the colors in the cup. So I'll put a color in, put a drop of silicone, put a color in, every couple colors, And then I always liked to do like a dirty pour. So for me, I would just take my stick or whatever you're using and just kind of like make an X or a star maybe even in your paint. So you're mixing it, you're making it a little dirty. And then so the silicone is getting mixed a little bit, but not too much, because if you stir it a lot, they say, and I didn't really tell a difference, so this is just what I was told is that if you overstir, your cells are going to be little. Now that sort of makes sense because you're breaking it up. But I didn't really ever notice that big of a difference. But try that, try layering it, and try getting some 91% isopropyl alcohol and see if you get any good results using that. I used to get beautiful lacing. I probably should do a video again with the isopropyl alcohol. I'm trying to see if I see any hanging on my wall. I think they're out in the living room. That really cool purple one. No, those are natural, love. But isopropyl alcohol will help create really cool lacing. Now I've gotten lacing naturally as well. So just try that and see if that helps. And you don't have to worry about cleaning that because the alcohol will dry. It evaporates. So you don't have to worry about that extra added, oil on the canvas and all of that. So let me know how all that works out for you. I know, Barbara, it was kind of a lot to take in. But do one thing, write it down. If it doesn't work, scratch it off and then change it a little bit. Because that's what I had to do with my pouring medium. I had to tweak it a little bit each time until I got what works. What percent Liquitex to Floetrol? My pouring medium is, I mix it in this jug. Maybe I'll have to do a video on how I mix it. It's pretty simple. This is an old Deco Art pouring medium jug. It's a 64 ounce. And I put 60% Liquitex pouring medium, 30% Floetrol, and 10% water. You want to make sure that you keep your water low because the water will break down the binders in your paint. And that's a no-go. That's a no good. You don't want to do that. So I only use 10% in this whole jug. It's like, well, I think it was that I still adjusted my levels even here. It's like this much. It's not much at all. So, but you do need a little bit of, liquid to make it a little bit more runny. So a little bit of paint doesn't hurt, just not too much. I think they say 30%. That seems like a lot of water to me, but I know there's artists that use paint and water only. Now I've tried that. It's not my cup of tea. Your colors dry, blech. That's my word for it. Blech. They dry crap. So, I guess once you varnish it. But still, even then, for me, when I was using the Liquitex and then I would varnish, it brought the colors back some, but it never, and it still popped somewhat, but it just never felt like they were the true colors. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense to you. But 60% Liquitex, 30% Floetrol, 10% water. Right, same here. Okay, please do. I'd love. Okay. Yeah, I have to do that. I should get back to doing that because I used to use lacing or alcohol was my thing. I preferred lacing over cells. Once I discovered getting the cells naturally, I kind of just went with that. But I did a video not too long ago. I think it was my muddy pour video, my little canvas, and the lacing in there was beautiful, and I used nothing. So I should go back and see what I did there and try to recreate that. I know the whole flower bloom thing is a big deal right now. I know people are experimenting and getting some cool effects with that. So if you can figure out the alcohol, that's the effects I would get when I used alcohol. So I might have to play around with that a little bit, see if I can get that working out. Let's see, Barbara, regular or distilled water? To me, I've not noticed a difference. I used to use tap water, and since we started getting bottled water delivered I don't know, a couple years ago, and then we just go get our jugs filled now. But I started just getting it right out of the filtered water, but I don't notice a difference. So paintings that I did a couple years ago, I have not noticed any yellowing or any breaking down of the pigments from that. I know that they say that it's got more minerals in it, and it will affect the paint, but I haven't noticed that. But like I said, I have been using filtered water probably the last year, probably good year. So I don't think it's made a difference. So I don't know if I'd buy water just for that. I mean, if you're just gonna buy a gallon jug, they're really pretty inexpensive for a gallon of water. It's like $1 or something, I think. Get them at the dollar store. If you feel better, if it makes you feel better to use the filtered, then by all means use the filtered. If not, use water from your tap. Let's see. She has not gone to bed. Inspired Caroline 24. I'm keeping you up past your bedtime. I'm sorry. I hope you don't have to get up early for work in the morning. Brenda, Liquitex pouring medium, not the gloss varnish. That's like really watery. That's to cover your paintings with. The pouring medium is in. Oh geez, it's a gray. Hold on one sec. Oh, okay. This I get it by the big jug, so it's got more of a silvery. Gray. That's almost graphite-y. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's the one that I use. We're gonna have to do. I think we're gonna do a video on how to open that, because it's a pain in the butt if you've ever tried to open one of those things. It's a nightmare. I know I've talked about it before, but it's a nightmare. Anyway, that's what I use as the pouring medium. Lacing. Yes, I love it. Calf 231. Hi. What can I do to keep my art pieces from becoming dull? They start off looking bright and then once dried look dull. Well, if you missed it, I'm not sure what your pouring medium is that you're using, but Liquitex pouring medium makes a big difference. Even deco art pouring medium. Actually, I've got a little one that I'm going to do a video, because I haven't actually used the deco art for quite a while. I did, I think I did a series on the deco art. I did Liquitex pouring medium, 30% Floetrol, 10% water. Try that mixture and see if that helps your colors stay truer, because it definitely works for me. Emma, hi Emma. Monkey Joe 311. Hey. I froze. Karen said I froze, love. Oh, Carla, buffering. Probably buffering. It happens. Yeah, my husband put a link in the comments to the Liquitex pouring medium if you want to give it a try. And like I said, if you like the first time, I guess I went, the first time I tried it, I went kind of big. I did not crazy big, but it was like a 16 by 20 and it was oval shaped. It's beautiful. I think it's hanging in my hallway. It might be listed on my website if anybody wants to check it out, but it's gorgeous. Anyway, I loved it from the start. So you don't have to start out that big. Try a little canvas first. Try one of these little ones. Try, like the 6x6s. I really like the 6x6s too. But just buy a little bottle if you want first and give it a try and see how you like it. I guarantee that you'll love it, just because you'll be night and day difference. I actually think I'm going to do a video so you guys can see also. I'll just use Floetrol and water, and then I'll use straight Liquitex, and then I'll use my pouring medium mix and see, so you guys can see the difference. because it really does. I mean, if you're just using it just for, crafting, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. But for me, it's more than that. I don't know. It's just more than that for me. I take it. I mean, I'm not really serious about stuff. I try to be light and fun about everything, but to me, when I'm making something, I want it to be good quality. And I'm not knocking people that use Floetrol water because that's how I started. But I grew from that. So as you take like baby steps and you learn. And so where I'm at, is the Liquitex, Floetrol, and water. And some pieces I still do straight Liquitex. You don't get the, you still can get cells. That's where you add the paint densities. But like with the deco art, it's got some whatever they put in it to help create cells with that pouring medium, whereas Liquitex they don't add anything like that. So if you want cells, you're gonna have to get them naturally. That's the only kind of difference between those two. But the deco art does dry nice as well. So that's another one. And this is really good wine, by the way. If you guys are just joining, I joined the Cooper's Hawk Wine of the Month Club. And this is a really good wine. I'm not sure. I mean, I think Cooper's Hawk restaurants are around everywhere. Are they around everywhere? I think it's a Chicago-based restaurant, they said. And it was crazy funny because my husband had been there for a work meeting, and I had never been there. It opened like 2 years ago, and I kept telling him since it opened, I want to go try that place because I love wine. I want to try it. Finally, after he went to a work meeting, he said, oh, she would love this place. So it was our anniversary. I already said that, blah, blah, blah. And we went to dinner. The food was amazing. And of course, they want to sell you their wine club, right? Okay, so we let them do the whole spiel. And they ask you what kind of wine you like and all of that whole stuff. And they bring out this whole like rack that holds was it 5 on each side? So like 10 glasses. It held like 10 glasses of wine. And they have a good amount of wine in each glass. So he had 5 and I had 5. And they had just brought us the appetizer, or the bread, which was amazing, by the way. It was a pretzel bread. Delicious. I love pretzels. I love bread. It was good. Anyway, I had to eat some more bread because after I drank all those tasters of wine, that was quite a bit. So I really only had 1 glass of wine after that because it was quite a bit. So when you join the club, then you get 2 free bottles, and then you get to have like 2 wine tastings a month and all that. So I thought because I drink wine with you guys on Sunday evenings that it would be perfect. And so the sweet red was my first choice. And then I probably won't drink his wine because it's like a Tuscan whatever. It's too dry for me. So, all right, let's see what we got. Sorry about the buffer. Oh, that's me. Polyurethane. Oh, okay. I'm going to just tell you about the polyurethane. Rachel. I don't know if you're using polyurethane or polyacrylic, but polyurethane is going to turn yellow on you. Crazy yellow. Polyacrylic is okay to start. If you get polyacrylic too thick, it will definitely crack on you. So just be careful about that. And also it may yellow on you as well. Polyurethane will yellow for sure. That is used for like covering wood and stuff. Isn't that what it's used for? So you don't really, it's gonna yellow your colors really, really bad. Your whites are just gonna turn yucky yellow. But if you're gonna pick between the two, I would prefer you to use polyacrylic if it has to be one of those two. But even the polyacrylic will yellow over time. Like glue, it will yellow over time. Liquitex pouring medium does not, it's non-yellowing. I also think that the Deco Art pouring medium is non-yellowing as well. But if you're just starting, I mean, that's an okay way to start. You have to start somewhere. So, but I would, like I said, I would suggest not using the polyurethane because it's just gonna be all yellow. Thank you, Carla. Let's see, Karen. I don't usually buy from Amazon and don't have Prime. Can you get those big thumbtacks anywhere else? I don't know. I don't know. That's where I found them, Karen, the thumbtacks. So I'm not sure. I've not seen them in the stores. I looked at Michael's. I looked at Amazon or Hobby Lobby. I looked at Joann's. I looked at like my grocery store. I've looked at the dollar stores, and I've not seen those big ones. Amazon's the only place. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that one, other than maybe search online and see if you can find another store that carries them. But I just know Amazon does. So if you can't find them, they're fine. Just, Amazon has them. They're in my Amazon store. So. All right, guys. So I hope you liked, let's see. Hold on. Sorry about that. Just 1 second. Emma, Office Stores. I actually looked. Did we go to Office Max? Yeah, I looked in Office Max, a month ago. We went in there for, I don't even remember. Oh, school supplies. So it's been a little bit longer than that. Some school stuff. And I looked and they didn't have it. But they had coffee, which was weird. They had like huge packs of coffee, which I guess isn't weird because you drink coffee at the office. So I take that back. It's not weird. But I thought they would have thumbtacks. So no go on, at least my Office Max did not have them. I just tuned in and want a glass of wine. I know this is off topic. Your nails are beautiful. Thank you. I figured someone would say something. I just got them done. They're like fall-ish, I suppose. But thank you. I appreciate that. I would hate for the one I was recently commissioned to paint to yellow. My kid has Prime. There you go. Yeah, you don't have to use Prime you don't have to use Prime to order on Amazon. You can just order stuff. It doesn't have to be. We have Prime only because we order a lot of stuff. I think he's the worst on ordering stuff from Amazon. Don't make the face. He's making a face because he knows I'm right. Always, I go through, I'm doing bills, and like Amazon, tons of Amazon. But although mine usually is Michael's, Jerry's Artorama, Blick, those are my Plaid. He orders more from Amazon. I do order from Amazon, but some of those things, you gotta order from multiple places, right? I don't want too many Amazon packages on the porch when he gets home. Although most of them that are his. Oh, I love Prime. Yes, I do. Let's see. Yeah, Rachel, that would kind of stink. I wouldn't want that to happen, especially if it's a commissioned piece. So, I would suggest, like I said, if you have to use polyacrylic, I would suggest that over polyurethane, but I would suggest my pouring medium instead, just because it works really good and it's non-yellowing. So that's always helpful, especially for a commissioned piece. So, or any piece you're going to sell, really, or any piece you're going to hang in your home, because you don't want it to yellow in your home either. So, unless it's yellow, unless it's all yellow. Are you using all yellow? Then it doesn't matter. If your commission piece is just different shades of yellow, then you're good. That's funny. Let's see. Good luck. Yeah, good luck. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, I'd love for you guys to try the Bi-directional and see what kind of results you guys can get. My email is in the description, or I can just tell you, it's tracielreed@icloud.com. If you would like to email me some of your photos of your results. I know that I do get, I've gotten a few from people asking, you know, questions and showing me their cloud effect results. I got several good ones where my cloud effect mix worked for them. Still working on the black cloud effect mix. That's what's coming up next week. I still am a little, I don't know, heavy-handed with the black. I need to pull back on the black. But I'm still working on that. I'm still working on my bi-directional. Like I said, I did one today where I used my cloud effect mix in the bi-directional, and it went nuts. That's all I can say is the clouds went nuts. So I think I went a little overboard with the white in there. But I'll be working on that one as well. And I've got some, the Golden review, the Lucas review, oh, Julie, if you're still here, I don't have it in here. I used the Modern Masters, and it was amazing. The colors were really pretty. Now it did dry a little dull even with the Liquitex, but I think that's because of the paint the kind of paint that it is. But where's my red? I was waiting for this one. It's called Ruby. And if you guys can see that, it is gorgeous. Can't see it? This way? This way? This way. Oh, sorry, I get too close sometimes. It is a gorgeous red. So I'm planning on doing a painting with that. Like I said, I did one already. I'm working on my second. The paints are mixed up. So I'm going to be doing a second one on that and doing a little review on those paints. I think the colors are just so pretty. I think I've got this really pretty blue also to go with it. And I'm going to try their white pearl in that brand. I did buy some white pearl in the Art Minds. So I'm going to check that out. And then I can let you know how the natural cells work with other brands, not just the folk art. So, because it should be, you know, the density should be pretty much the same. Even though it's a different company, it should still be pretty much the same. So, close to it anyway. So that's coming up too. And this is actually looking really pretty. It's almost like a mirror. It's so shiny. It looks really, really cool. Let's see, Karen, I'll be back for sure. Yeah, I'd love to see it. You guys email me. I'd love to see what you guys come up with and the results that you guys get. Let's see. Nope, unfortunately, Georgia Bulldog colors are not yellow. I don't know what color Georgia Bulldogs are. Is that red? Red's pretty, but you don't want that to turn yucky. That'll turn yucky. So don't do that. Oh, that's really yummy. All right, guys. So, what brand is the Ruby? Okay, these are the modern. It's called Modern Masters. I got them on Amazon. And it's more of a house paint, but you can get that, like you can buy them in huge gallons and everything. But the colors, I saw them, and the colors are just so pretty. This blue, it's called Venetian blue, and then this red. So I'm gonna use these two together, and I'm gonna give them a try. The first one I did turned out amazing. I got a bunch of natural cells, a lot of cool detail in that one. Let's see, and then I've got the pearl and then pale gold. I'm going to use those 4 colors in a painting. The other one I used was this really pretty black cherry. I don't know if you can see that one. It's almost the color of my nails, actually. It's really pretty. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 different colors to try. I got a black pearl, I got a copper, antique copper. I think there's a lilac I got. I wanted to try because I love metallics. Everybody seems to love metallic colors. And so they have a ton, Modern Masters, a ton of different colors. So like I like to mix my own colors sometimes. A lot of the times I mix, like with the purple, I like to mix a couple different brands together. So if you don't really like to mix all your paints, they have a ton of colors. I mean, it was like 60 colors, 70. I mean, it seemed like it. It might not have been that many. I may be exaggerating just a touch, but there was a lot of colors. Like when I clicked the drop down, it went, it was like this long. So there was a lot of colors. So just saying, check it out. Modern Masters is the brand. Let's see. Hi, Dina. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. All right. Well, I think if you guys don't have any more questions, let's see. Karen, happy anniversary. Thank you again for your amazing time and teaching us, learning so much. Enjoy your week. Thank you, Karen. You as well. And I hope your mom continues to do well. And we're going to, before we call it a night, we're going to show you the painting one last time. So get a nice view of it. This looks really cool right through here too. It's a little bit of lacing right there. Can they see it? I can't really see what's going on because you put just the comments. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can see these kind of natural cells that developed right here, right through here. These ones are really kind of really soft, especially right on this side. I can see them, but I'm not sure if you guys can see them too well. They're like kind of in random places. And then this kind of right here, and this got some cells developing here. These are kind of a different looking cells than these ones here. Some random ones up through there, but the colors blended really pretty. And the purple, I love how the purple is because it blended a little bit with the pearl white, but then like right here, there's certain areas that it stayed really dark. So I like that. I like the contrast of that. So this one's really pretty to me. So hopefully it dries really nice. And next week, I will show you next Sunday the dried result from that. I'll probably post it on my Facebook page and my Instagram as well. But I definitely will show it to you next Sunday. So I think I am going to call it a night. I hope you guys enjoyed my live stream tonight. And let me check one more time and see what Pull Back on the Black. I believe it's a Lizzo song. Yeah, that's funny, Mark. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night. Everybody relax a little bit before the work week starts again. And thank you. Thank you guys for joining me again. And have a great week. All right, bye guys.